best build video. I got a comment on my last video asking me what my jump shot was. So I'm going to get into that, but I'm also going to get into my signature animations because I think that these are some of the best animations, if not the best animations in the game. And if you're better than me, you can do them better. Now, it says I'm a point guard. This is my 6'10", small forward, max weight, max wingspan, minimum shoulders, Demi-God build. This build is probably the most versatile build in the game. It can, you're going to hit about half your threes. If you get hot, you're going to hit more like 60, 70%. I just hit 85, so we got microwave. So we're about to take it to a whole nother level with in terms of just, getting hot quicker. Now, it says point guard here in my number. I didn't choose that number or that, but it's probably because I play point a lot, so they got me at point guard. Now shots, Larry 70. You're gonna find out what that is near the end of the video. I'll get into the custom jump shots because I'm not just gonna give you one. I'm probably gonna give you three of my best bases and releases that I've been using since the beginning of the game this year. And honestly, some of the jump shots I've been using have been in the game since 2K16, 2K15. Since my career was a thing, I've been using these jumpers. So, things may have changed, but some things, stay the same. Free throws. Um, these are the three that I was using. Dirk in 2K16 and 17 was so money. I think I shot about 90% with it. This year, I shot about 75%, so I took that off. Then I tried Kawhi's. It was inconsistent. My free throw percentage went up a little bit, but now I'm over 80% with DeMarcus Cousins, and hoping to get over 90 soon. Maybe next, maybe next year. I'll get back to 90. Dribble pull-ups, normal 13. This has been in the game. Some years it might be under a different, number, but it's been in the game for years. I mean, this was, uh, Kobe Bryant's dribble pull-up. If you remember him, who doesn't remember Kobe? This was his, dribble pull-up, uh, or at least it reminds me a lot of that dribble pull-up. And I'm a Lakers fan, so anytime I can put a little Kobe into my game, I'm gonna put a little Kobe into my game. Even though I'm a pass first kind of guy, and I try to, drop a dozen assists a game. I do like to have a little bit of clutch in me. Now, spin jumpers, if y'all know a good spin jumper, let me know. I use Stiff 3. I've been using this since like the first week of the game, and it's just really straight up and down, real quick. Back to the dribble pull-ups, I forgot to mention, if you don't like normal 13, then athletic 11 is my alternative. If I didn't if I didn't use normal 13, I'd use athletic 11. It's straight up and down. It's just really, really consistent, really good. And a lot of people swear by it. A lot of people that I talk to, they're like athletic 11's way more consistent than normal 13. But I think normal 13's fine. Hop jumpers, we got normal 14 equipped, but you can also do 21. 21's a little bit quicker, um, but I don't like it as much as normal 14. I think normal 14 you get a lot more separation. Like you can just see in that animation, you're you're taking a huge step with that. So you're creating a lot of separation with normal 14 there. Now post fades, Michael Jordan, post hooks, Shaq. Now I'm not really a post god with this build. You'll see a few things here and there, me in the post, but that's not really my main game with this guy. I do have some big men builds, and I use these on them as well. But don't use Skyhook for your post hook. Like this one, the Kareem, it's not good. It don't go in. It never goes in for me. Even on my big men that have like 80, 90 post moves. They just, post control, post hooks, whatever they call it this year. It used to be post control. Um, Even though, you can have a high rating, it's still not going to go in. Shaq, as you can see, it's just like a little turnaround and a flip up there. And it's all right. It's better. It's quicker. You know, hook one or hook two, but not skyhook. Skyhook's trash. Post hop shot one, shimmy fade 10, shimmy hook four. Now these, you know, probably not the most effective um, shots, but they are what I'm using now, uh, and they're all just really, you know, they're just really kind of quick. You'll hear me say that a lot. Quick and efficient. Now the shimmy fade 10, it kind of looks sometimes like the Nash or the the Dirk. As you see that animation just happened there. That kind of yeah, that animation, that turnaround animation right there. It just kind of looks like the little Nash shimmy fade that he used to do, or that Dirk does. Okay, on to dribble moves. Now for dribble moves, a lot of these, you know, aren't going to be any new to you. If you're somebody who's looking for, the best dribble moves, you probably already know some of these. Now, Pro 7 also could use normal 3. If you know who Steezo is, he's a pretty good dribbler. He uses normal 3. I use Pro 7. Uh, that's what I've been liking lately. But I might go back to normal 3 to check that out sometime. Moving behind the back's Pro 3. This is like the most commonly used dribble move in the game. I think I use this a dozen times a game easily. It's so consistent, so good to get by your guy, especially on the fast break. This is probably the best dribble move in the game. Um, and a lot of people use it. A lot of the dribble gods or point gods or whatever you want to call them, the ISO gods, they use this moving behind the back. Now spin, I've got two here that I use. Normal 6, it's not as tight and fast as Pro 4, but it's more consistent. Pro 4, sometimes you can get like a little like that animation that just happened, where it kind of like, oh, it's like slow. That one right there. Um, you kind of get that sometimes, and it kind of ruins the spin. But if you do get the tight, quick animation, I don't think there's any better one. But normal 6, it's a little slower, as you can see, but it's more consistent. You get that animation right there. It's more consistent. Now, moving hesitations Pro 5. To me, this is like if you played last year, or the year before, like hesitation 3. Pro 5 is like hesitation 3, but a little less because there, hesitation 3, for those who don't know, used to be like super OP move, and I used it all the time to create space. It's kind of like this year's snatchback, but this Pro 5 moving hesitation is probably one of the best moving hesitations in the game. I use it a lot, and it's nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. Now, rhythm dribbles. If you can't get elite dribble moves, like if you do have less than 90 ball control, you can't get rhythm dribbles without animation glitches. And I'm not trying to glitch and risk my account. So, without glitching, Kemba Walker is probably the best. It's the best non-elite rhythm dribble. Um, if you do have elite rhythm dribbles, which I can't get on this guy because he caps out at 86 ball control. If you can't, then what you want to do is go with like Elite 20, 22 if you have over 90. Those are probably the two best elites. But Kemba's good too. Even if you have over 90, Kemba's still good. I've been using this all year, and you can speed boost out of it so easy. And for those who don't know what speed boosting is basically just like a little uh, animation cancel that looks like it gives your guy an extra little speed. Your speed don't really, you don't get any faster, but you just cut that animation off by like 0.5 seconds, and it gives 0.5 seconds less time for your defender to react. Really tough to guard. Size up packages, Pro 1 or 3. I don't have 3 unlocked. Um, I wish I did. I might go back to Pro 3. I've just been sleeping on it. But Pro 1's fine. This is just like a little simple size up package. Very, very um, quick, but very just simple. Just that's all I'm about is just simple, efficient animations. I get the job done. I don't. I'm not a dribble god, but these can be used by dribble gods. Like you can use these moves and be better than me, so be better than me. Um, Size up hesitation. I didn't mess with this. It's fine. I don't use this a lot, but I use it sometimes. Um, and it's just like a little step. You just do that little step, and then you cross back over, and it's alright. Size up crossover, Ty Lawson. It's just super quick, like you say, left to right or right to left. Just as you can see in the animation, it's just you can speed boost out of this. You can go right under there and then go back left, or just go under and just go. It's just super, super good to use. Size up between the leg combos, Kobe. Like I said, I'm a Kobe Bryant fan, but this has been in the game forever. This size up, um, and if you didn't have it like in 2K16, you weren't good. Like if you weren't using the Kobe Bryant between the leg combos in 2K16, you was a bum because that size up between the leg combo, you can speed boost out of it. You can do so much stuff out of it. It's so good. This year, not so much. It's not the best this year, but it's all right. It's still good. Um, you can also do like Kyle Lowry. I've heard Lowry is real good. I did use Lowry, but I gotta hit my man Kobe. Size up behind the back. Now, uh, there's the Jamal Crawford. This has been in the game forever. Still one of the best. You can also do Pro 1. It's the same. But if you notice, when you do that animation sometimes, it looks like the ball kind of gets away from you. And that's not good. Because I have turned the ball over just because of that little extra, you know, getaway animation. You notice the Jamal Crawford doesn't do that. It's in control. Now, you will notice that you take a large step with Jamal Crawford. So just be wary of that. Like the Pro 1, you kind of stick where you're at, but you reach out for that ball. You can turn the ball over if you're not careful. Jamal Crawford, less risk to turn the ball over, but it might be a little bit difficult to learn at first to how to combo into it and out of it. But it's there. It's now these are, like I said, the best dribble moves in the game. I think, and if you disagree, feel free. But I actually been using these all year, so haven't really changed up much. Now on to dunks and layups. These ones are like the bread and butter of your game, I would say, in terms of scoring. Now I use tank layups, but I might go to like explosive or maybe even something like crafty or something cheesy like that. Because there's like one animation out of the entire package that does that stupid animation where you lay it up and it hits the bottom of the backboard. That animation. There's one in this game, and I've gotten it. I would say out of 100 layups, I've probably gotten it like 2 or 3 times. But it almost cost us a pro-am game, and I'm pretty sure I have it on video where I was playing with this pro-am team, and I go up for the layup and it hits the bottom of the backboard, and I look dumb. But what can you do? It's like there's literally no controlling that's the animation that triggered. Um, I use the shot stick when going up for layups and dunks. If you don't use the shot stick, you're probably at the wrong channel because I'm never gonna recommend using X or square to do layups. It's just not gonna happen. Use the shot stick inside the arc. If you're at the mid range or three, and you're taking a spot up shot, feel free to use, the shot button. Because people say that the shot button's better for those, and I do use the shot button for threes. But anywhere inside the arc, you can believe that I'm using the shot stick, because I like to control what animations I get, or at least try to control. You can't control everything, but you can try to control the most that you can. Now, I watched a video, and Witness Gaming said that the dunk package slot 1 was your go-to package, and I wish I could believe him, because this dunk package, the basic two-handers off 1, is so quick and so good off like the fast break. Even if you just get a moment of separation, if you trigger these two-handed off 1 animations, you're golden. Like, you get contact dunks off of them. They're super clean, super efficient, and I like them. So I have them at my slot 1 because I want them the most. But that's not what happens, and I'll get into that in a minute. Basic one-handers off 1. You'll see a lot of off 1 because off 1 is quick. That's how fast the dunk is going to be. If it's off 2, it's going to be a little bit slower, easier to block. Um, Straight arm tomahawks. I don't get these a lot, but I do have them in here just for a little bit of, a little bit of oomph sometimes. Now, these do have a couple cockback animations here, and cockback animations do get blocked, so if you don't like that cock that cockback animation, leave these off. That's fine. I leave them on just because, like, sometimes I like to be a little bit flat, and they're not even flashy, but they're a bit more flashy than these basic dunks. Um, Under basket regular. I don't like the rim pulls or the rim hangs or the athletic under the basket. Well, the athletic under the baskets, if you have like 80 or 90 dunk, aren't bad, but I don't have that kind of dunk. Even though I can get the package, uh, it's just better just to go up as quick as possible. And the rim pulls, um, the reason why I put those off is because like one time I rim pulled it and the ball shot like on the other end. The other team got like a easy fast break, and I was just like, okay, those are gone. So you can use the rim pulls if you want to kind of like have those like Shaq type dunks, but I wouldn't recommend them. Baseline reverses off 1. Must have these. Basic two-handers off 1 and baseline reverses off 1. These two dunk packages everybody must have. They are must-haves. If you don't have the baseline reverses, good luck getting a baseline reverse dunk. Like, it's just, you'll do a layup. But these are so hard to stop. Like, if you get the baseline reverse dunk animation, and you do it right and you use it right, you're not gonna get blocked. Like, I would say 99 out of 100 times you're not gonna get blocked if you do it at the right time in the right way. And if you don't know how to do a baseline reverse, if you have your shot stick set to absolute, and this is something I should have explained, but if you're coming from the right to the left, or I'll do the left to right next, but if you're coming right to left and you hold left on the like on the shot stick going towards the rim, you'll do a reverse. Either a reverse layup or a reverse dunk. If you're holding right trick, it'll attempt a dunk, but sometimes you'll get the layup animation anyways. If you're not holding right stick, you'll get the layup animation. So and it's just the opposite going from left to right, just hold it right. So basically to the far side of the rim for reverses. And that's on absolute. Absolute, just it's going to be consistent with your animations. And what I do about 99% of the time is straight up on the stick, which is your quick dunks. Which is supposed to be my basic two-handers off 1, my go-to package, as they say. But that doesn't usually happen, and I'm about to get into why. But yeah, quick dunks straight up. Now, you also have these quick drops. I don't get too many of these animations, but I have them because they are really good. They're really good off the pick and roll. They're really good on the fast break. Uh, there's, this is one of the best dunk packages of the game. I can't say more. Now here, front clutches. This is what I get all the time. These are the, I get the front clutch animations so much. And they do get contacts. They're kind of like those LeBron type dunks, where like, as you can see the little animations going there, it kind of looks like the LeBron style. Where he brings it and kind of does like you know, a circular motion. But these get a lot of contacts. This is probably the most animations that I get out of all my dunk packages, and it's in the last slot, so I don't have nothing else. All these, I can't get these, like, the alley-oops or the contacts, because I don't have a high enough dunk rating. You can equip them. I've heard good things about the contact dunks. But where I stop, I only have 7 packages. Like I said, I keep it simple, clean, efficient, and you should too. I wouldn't if I wouldn't say something if I wouldn't recommend it myself. Um, so I wouldn't have more than 10. Like if you get to 10 and you're still like adding stuff, you're doing too much with your dunks because it's just not much. But front clutches, quick drops, baseline reverses, and the basic two-handers off one. Those are probably the must-haves out of all my dunk packages. I could just have those 4, and I would live and eat off of those 4 uh, all day. Those are the best, in my opinion. And using the shot stick, people's just like, well, how do you get so many contact animations? Because my dunk rating's only a 60. I think it's a 60 on this guy. Now, yes, I do run a lot of pick and roll, so I do get a bonus to my percentage chance to make with the pick and roll. But still, even with that extra, I think it's like 12% or something like that. Even with that extra bonus, you're still only looking at like a 70, 75 dunk rating, after boosts and maestro and stuff. So I get a lot of contact dunks on 7-footers that try to guard me in the fast break and off the pick and roll. And yeah, I do get blocked sometimes when I'm too aggressive, but most of the time I will yam on their heads, and that's because of my dunk packages, I think. And the fact that I use shot stick. I think if you use the shot stick, you get so many good animations with the shot stick. It's not even funny. If you're still using the square X button to shoot inside the arc, it's time to get into the new wave. I've been using the shot stick inside the arc since the shot stick was a thing, and you just get so many better animations. People complain about the layups. I guarantee that they use they use the shot button to do their layups, and that's why they get so many funky misses. And they also have to time them now. This is something that I don't know if they had it in last year, but this year definitely you have to time your layups, and they're earlier than you think. Like the timing of them. So don't sit there and hold the shot. If you use the shot button, don't sit there and hold it throughout the entire dunk or the entire layup, because that's how you miss. Like you just want to hold it for like a second and let it go. Like as quick as a jump shot. That's how quick you want to release it. But if you use the shot stick, same thing. You want to, you just kind of want to activate the animation and then let it go, and then you'll make more. And sometimes I'm not the best at remembering that myself, but I'm getting better because it is something that's newer. I think it might have been in last year, timing layups and dunks, but or I don't know if dunks are timed, but I still try to time them. But yeah, shot stick is better than the shot button inside the arc. For set jumpers, feel free to use the shot button. I use the shot button for my threes, but as soon as I take a step inside there, I'm using the shot stick. You'll see, like I've been talking about going to like the Euro specialist or the explosive layup package. I just don't have the VC right now to get it on this guy, and that's because I use the shot stick animations and can do the Euros and stuff, and they're really effective. A lot of people don't think they would be because they're kind of telegraphed, But if you're one on one in the fast break and you got like this 6'10 Demi-God build, you're gonna blow by a lot of people, and you're gonna get them. They're gonna jump. A lot of people just will jump, and you don't even have to pump fake. A lot of times, you can just hold the ball, and they'll jump up and try to swat you for whatever reason, because inside defense is bad this year. Okay, no park dunks. I don't know if I should say that, but don't do park dunks. Don't put on like the I see a lot of people is like, oh, use the Zach Levine dunk package. Let me tell you about the Zach Levine dunk packages, the Blake Griffin dunk packages, all these fancy, between the legs 360 dunk packages. I will swat you. Try it. Try, and you're using the shot button. And you're coming up with this between the leg 360. Oh yeah, you look good. I'm gonna send that though, and I'm not even a center. I'm a 6'10" small forward. I will send it to the other end of the court every time. And they're so easy to time, dunk, blocking. They're just why even put yourself in that situation you know to get swatted? I just don't understand it. Now, pre-game celebration signatures, I'm not going to go over that. You guys can do that. And now the piece to resistance, or whatever you want to call it, the jump shots that I promised at the beginning of the video. So I only have one made right now because I only use one. But I'm going to go through here and go through this. Here it is. Larry LaMarcus. Um, the release is 70-30 Larry. This jumper right here, I've been using LaMarcus Aldridge since 2K16. Before that, I was using like Melo and Rudy Gay. I used a lot of Rudy Gay and Melo in previous 2Ks. Even before my career was a thing, those used to be like my go-to players because their jump shots were so good. But the last, couple years, I don't think many of you can argue that LaMarcus Aldridge isn't one of the top five bases. If it's not the number one, it's top five. It's so consistent, so easy to time. I get so many. I don't. This build doesn't have any shooting badges except for corner specialist bronze, which doesn't. If you go look at 2klabs.com, corner specialist bronze only increases it by like 4 or 5%. It's not even a good increase to have that bronze badge. And I get greens. I get more greens from the wings than I do the corners with this jump shot. This is a really good off the dribble shot too. Um, if you go look at my videos, you'll see a lot, like, if you can fade in the mid range, and my mid range is only like a 70 with this build. Now, yes, I get a lot of bonuses from my gold pick and roll maestro, so that it's subjective whether or not what base you go with. But the base is the only thing that matters. The release is just for you know looks, like how it looks, how it feels, I guess. I like Larry Bird's release. It's kind of like a high arcing release, and I blend it with LaMarcus Aldridge because I couldn't really think of another upper release too. But if you do want to change that up, another good one's James Harden. I love James Harden's release. Uh, it's really smooth. Rudy Gay's is also real smooth. I've heard good things about Chris Paul's is really smooth. Chris Bosh is really smooth. So there's a lot of choices for release speeds that have good tails, but this is my jump shot that I'm using right now, and will continue to use probably for the rest of the year. I've been using it like all year. Um, Now let's get into some alternates because I know some of you are like, well, that jump shot's broken. Well, okay, if this jump shot's broken for you, then let's go on to some other shots. And I'm gonna give kind of like a top here. Now, if you like the mid range, uh, Mellow is still a good option. Uh, um, see if I can find it here. Yeah, Mellow. Mellow's still a really good option for your base if you like the mid range. It's really inconsistent from three though. But if you're like if you're a shot creator, you can go with Mellow and you be fine on the mid. It's really easy to time base too. Another one that I would recommend trying out is, and as soon as I find it, I'll let you know. D'Angelo Russell for you sharpshooters out there. D'Angelo Russell, like just you can hit from limitless without limitless range. Like that's how good this shot is. D'Angelo Russell base. Again, the release is whatever you want it to be. It doesn't really affect how much the shot goes in. So you just do whatever release feels good to you. But base D'Angelo Russell, uh, I have a pure sharp on the Xbox, and I use this jumper, and I probably shoot like 60-70% from three. It's really good. Now it was patched real early in the year. It used to be a lot better, but it's still good. Now it is a little bit slower. It's so put it on full speed. All your shots should be on really speed full anyways. But D'Angelo Russell's that's the wave. This is a new up and coming one. Is David Robinson. David Robinson's a really good one. I think this is more of like a big man jumper though. So if you got a stretch big out there and you're like my I can't use these off the dribble shots like LaMarcus is more of like an off the dribble guy. I got I want the ball in my hands. I'm a pure point. I'm trying to get other people's better, but a lot of my shots are gonna be off screens and off the dribbles. So that's why I like LaMarcus Aldridge. But if you're just a set shooter, you're not gonna be doing all the cheesy moves. Like some of these centers out here be doing, be trying to step back on you and like do these cheesy hop jumpers, and you're doing too much. D'Angelo Russell and David Robinson. If you're a set shooter, try these two bases out. You won't be disappointed. And if you are disappointed, I apologize. You're probably doing something wrong though. Now, an honorable mention for like off the dribble shots and kind of an unknown jumper. Kemba Walker, and I know he uses rhythm dribble too. But Kemba Walker's mid range is so good. It's so easy to time. Like if you look here, um, it's so easy to time, and because the feet will come together at the top of the jump every single time. It's so consistent. Doesn't matter what your release is, you just watch the feet on this jumper. And off the dribble, mid range, and it's better than the mellow shot from three, like more consistent. But nobody talks about this jumper, and I don't know why. Uh, I would use it if I had like a shooting build that was like a shot creator sharp, or maybe like a shot creator playmaker, playmaking shot creator, something like that. Somebody who takes a lot of mid range, but also wants to step back at the three. It's really good off the dribble, like off those step back threes, those snatch back threes, whatever you want to call them. Kemba Walker's jumper so underrated. I don't know why more people don't use this. I was using this for a little bit on my. I do have a 6'7" playmaking shot creator. I was using Kemba Walker, and one game, I think I made like 11 out of 11 in a game of 21 or something like that. All mid range shots. I scored every point. That jumper's really good. Really, really consistent. Really underrated. Really easy to time. Okay, now let's go into something for you combine people, and also these are still good bases to use. But for you combine people, I've got three, four. I got four. I got four for you combine 2K League combine people. Jump shot 8, 9, and 11 on quick. And I'll go through them. Jump shot 8 for you guards, for you point guards out there that are looking for something to use that's going to be cash. And this is still one of the best releases in the game, just regardless. But it's more of a guard off the dribble shot. Jump Shot 8 is that new wave. It's an up and coming shot. It's been around for a while. So has Jump Shot 9. These two have been around. Jump Shot 9's more of like a big man jumper. I feel like if you're over 6'10" and you're looking for a jumper that's I haven't already mentioned, and you're in the 2K league, go Jump Shot 9. It's really good for big men. You can use it as a guard. I know some guards do use this jumper. Some people do use Jump Shot 8. I was just watching a video the other day where there's like, best jump shot after patch 9, Jump Shot 8, verified by 2K Labs. So it's a good jumper. It's been a good jumper. I don't know if you guys know who Dr. 2K is. He used to use this jumper, Jump Shot 8, and he used to be super cash with it. Jump Shot 11. Now, the reason why I don't use this is because this is just LaMarcus Aldridge, but generic. Super consistent, straight up and down. This is good whether you have a good big man or a small guard. Jump Shot 11 is that wave. Like it's LaMarcus Aldridge but without a name on it. It looks just like LaMarcus Aldridge. I don't think you would tell a difference if you between this and LaMarcus. In fact, sometimes I put on Jump Shot 11. I'm just like, I have to go check, make sure I'm still using it because it's just as good as LaMarcus Aldridge. But I like LaMarcus Aldridge a little bit better uh, for the name, I guess. And then the honorable mention. This is one that I've been using on the builds I've been working on the side. Jump Shot 110 is a really good, like, you can see how quick it is, right? It's really quick. It's kind of a two motion shot, so the timing's kind of, it takes a second to get used to those two motion shots, but it's really good. Jump Shot 110. um, Again, for you 2K leaguers looking for a generic Jump Shot 110 is really good. I use it on the builds that I haven't got to 75 yet. But if you're using if you're still over 75 and you want to use this base, and like all of these releases I've mentioned haven't worked for you, Jump Shot 110 will work for you. It's it, and if none of these work, then there's just something wrong with you. Like, I mean, I've gave out like six bases that are like top 10 in the game, confirmed by 2K Labs. And if you don't know who 2K Labs is, it's this website, and they're not sponsoring this video or nothing, but they're my favorite website right now because they do it all by like basically numbers. Numbers never lie, and they have a modded controller that gives them a perfect release every time. And all these jumpers that I'm mentioning right now have have been confirmed by them to be some of the best in the game, if not the best in the game. I think before patch 9, LaMarcus Aldridge had the biggest screen window in the game, and I think now it's um, Jump Shot 8. I think is the well, it's the quickest. It's the quickest with the biggest screen window, I should say. I shouldn't say it has the biggest screen window because I'm pretty sure D'Angelo Russell and David Robinson have bigger green windows than LaMarcus, Jump Shot 8 or 9. But Jump Shot 8 or 9 are quicker. They're the quickest. These two are the quickest jump shots in the game. And LaMarcus Aldridge, and then probably Jump Shot 11 somewhere after that. But these two are the quickest. Like, they're quick. And then 110 is quick. It's consistent. And like I said, I use it on the ones I can't get to the jump shot creator yet, just because it's a really good already made shot. It's a good already made shot. You just put on jump shot 110 and not even change anything, and it'd be good. So those are and set shots. Every time I try to use one as a base, it changes it on me. So I don't know if it's glitch, but don't use any set shots. And amateurs, they say amateur one's like high school one from last year, but it's not as good as high school one. So I wouldn't use any amateurs or these two. I wouldn't use these. But yeah. So if you enjoyed the video so far, please like and subscribe. We're trying to get some subscribers, trying to get some watch hours right now. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I went over everything. If there's something that I missed, something that you want to know about a build or any build, I have a lot of builds, a lot of theory crafting knowledge too from just hours upon hours of research. So if you want to know anything about any build or my opinion on that build, just let me know and I'll let you know. But this build right here, if you like to do everything, and when I say everything, I mean everything for your team, then this is the everything build. This build can shoot. You're not gonna sit there and splash in people's faces, but it's gonna be consistent. Off screens and wide open. You're gonna hit about half your threes, and I hit about 60 to 70% of my mid range shots when I do take them. I don't take them that often because usually if I have enough room to get to the mid range, I have enough room to dunk on you with this build. And that's another thing is like don't sleep on this build. Like 1v1, I've played a lot of 1v1s with this build and you can't stop it. Like it's so hard because even if you can't stay in front if you're bigger and you can't you can't D me up if you're smaller because I'm just gonna post you up and back you down. So it's really just it's hard to guard. Too big, too fast. But you get rebounds. You get Hall of Fame, dimer, and pick and roll. You only get gold ankle breaker max, but that's enough. Like to just get by people. You don't get as many ankle breaker animations as Hall of Fame would, but to me, I'm not really looking to get the ankle breaker animations. I'm just looking to get by you because I just wanna make my team better. And if I can get by you every single time, I'm not necessarily looking to score every single time I get by you, but it's there. Some games, I'll pop off for 20 just in the first quarter. Some games I might, be blown by people and get a dozen assists. Yeah, but that's one thing that this build does well is it can adapt. If you're not the primary ball controller, you can still run it as like a pick and roller. Not it's not optimal. It's more optimal with the ball in your hands, but if you don't have the ball in your hands, there's just so much more you can do. Like you're not pigeonholed into one thing. Like pure sharps, they can just stand behind the three and shoot threes. This one, if you're just like the designated defender, this is a decent defending build. Like you can switch on big men. I've D'd up so many big men in the park and pro am. Pure athletic finishers, 7'3". You can D them up with this. Yeah, it's a little bit harder. They'll get some contact animations on you just because they are stronger. But for the most part, if you're a good defender, this is a good build for you because it's good on offense and defense. And you can guard smaller guards. A little bit trickier if they're like, if they've got like 90 ball control and 90 speed. It's kind of hard to stay in front of them, but that's okay because you can sag off a little bit and just close out because you are so long. Um, and I'm not going to save any of these changes, but I'm going to go also show you guys my badges and attributes real quick. Uh, but yeah, this build just it's good for so many things on the game. Defense, rebounds, offense. It can hit the three. It can hit the mid range. You can drive. Don't let the attributes fool you on this build because they are very misleading because they don't look that great. Like honestly, when I was doing a lot of research and people was like, "Oh, that 610 is that new wave, that new Demi-God build," and I used this build last year. This was my favorite build last year on 2K17. I used it last year. This year, I've used a lot of different builds, but I finally landed on this build because somebody was people just like try it out, because I was looking for that all around build. I was looking for something that could, because I play with randoms in the park, bro. I'll play with anybody against anybody. If you are 94 and you have a squad, don't feel safe because I'm coming for you. Like that's just the thing. But anyways, layups, 80 standing, which is decent enough to get score underneath the basket, so you can kind of be like a low key big man if you need to be. 71 driving layups, it doesn't look pretty. I got three more bars though, so it's gonna be about a 75. That is plenty. With Maestro, you're looking at about an 85, because you get about 12% increase to your chance to make. So yeah, it's a 71 now, but once you get hot, that's an extra 5 points. Then you get the Maestro, extra 12%. So these numbers are deceptive, but they're not bad even if you don't have the ball in your hands. Like with the 71 driving layup, you can make contact, especially if you like, on my program team. A lot of times I'm playing the one or the two, uh, and the only reason I'm playing the two is because the point guard's smaller than me, and but he's like mostly a shooter, and I'm mostly handling the ball. So, but even if you're not, you can still be effective. Like a lot of times I'll run the pick and roll with our point guard, and I'll cut to the hoop, and get contact layups on these smaller guards and small forwards that try to guard you, because there's gonna be you're gonna be mismatched size wise, because there's not a lot of small forwards that are going 6'10" right now because they're slow. But this one's not slow. Dunks, driving dunks of 60, got three more bars. It'll probably max out about a 65. That contact dunk of 61, it feels like an 80. I feel like I get so many good contact dunks, and it's not that high of a rating. But I get a lot of contact dunks, and if you watch any of my videos, you'll see a lot of contact dunks. And I don't play on pro or nothing. I play on superstar, and I'm getting contact dunks on 7 footers. And in the park at pro am, I'm getting contact dunks on 7 footers. And yeah, I don't have the volume. I don't have the volume of like a pure slasher to show you the dunks, but because I only go for them so often because I'm looking to pass first. This is a pure playmaker. You're looking. This is that Ben Simmons LeBron build. You're looking to make everybody around you better, and they're gonna be better because you have Gold Dimer. It turns into Hall of Fame once you max it out, but right now it's gold for me. If I touch the ball and I give it to you, you have a 10% more chance to make that, or whatever the percentage is. Um, like I said, that's off the top of my head. But so you had like just me touching the ball makes everybody around me better. This one again, I still got cat breakers. I put a lot of time into this build, but I still got cat breakers to go. Um, you got three more on your open shot. It's a 74, so it's probably gonna be an 80. The moving shot mid is a little low, but trust me when I say when you're coming off that maestro, you have mid-range dead eye, which I'm getting to my badges a little bit. You know, uh, it's real it's real deceiving how good you can be in the mid range. But once you max it out, it's gonna be about an 80. That's enough to pop greens from consistently. Now, 75 open shot three. For whatever reason, my 3 point percentage has gone down since patch 9, and since I upgraded this to 75. I did have it at 74, but then I cap broke it to 75, and my percentage has gone down. I don't know why. Maybe I do need to switch up to my shot, so one of the other ones. But one more, it's gonna max out at a 77 open shot three, which I wish it was an 80. But if it was an 80, this build would be broken because you would be shooting like 60% off screens, like off screen threes. You'd be like 60% easy. And then once you get like on fire, that 77 turns into an 80, 83, 84 or whatever it is, and then you are shooting 60%. So what I would recommend is get a couple easy layups, get a couple easy dunks, get your little flame. Once you get that little flame, then you can step back, hit threes. You can come off the screen, pop from limitless. Like I've hit some from limitless with this build when I've got that little flame. You can. It's especially the wings. The wings seem way more consistent for me than the corners. You do have bronze corner specialists, so technically the corners are gonna be your best bet, and I do clip from the corners pretty good. But yeah, Now, ball control, this is the first thing I maxed. Obviously, this is the most important thing about this build is 86 ball control, which means you can speed boost. Speed boosting in this game, animation canceling in this game is one of the most meta techniques, and you need to do it. If you're not doing it and you're a primary ball handler and you don't know how to speed boost or you can't speed boost, you need to switch your position. Like you need to be a shooting guard or a small forward, because you're not as good as these other people who can do these things. And I'm not saying dance around for 20 seconds and then throw up a contested shot, get three ankle breakers. No, make one move, blow by them, take it to the rack, or dish it out, Because once you get by that person, I guarantee somebody's going to help. 100% somebody's going to help on you. With this build, you're going to get by that. Whoever's guarding you can't guard you. Like, they just can't. It's physically impossible in this game to guard this build. So, with that being said, somebody's going to help. So, that's going to leave somebody open. You have Dimer, they're going to make that shot. I play on this one pro-am team that's got literally all slashers. Like, there's not a sharp shooting build in the bunch. Like, there's some sharp secondaries, but most of them are slashing primary builds. And I'm sitting here like, how am I going to make this work? Because with this build, you really want shooters all around you. That's optimal. The 5-out offense, that's optimal. This build is so good for the 5-out offense. Put people in the corners on the wings, and you just ISO in the middle or run the pick and roll in the middle. And this build is so good for that. But I'm playing with these slashers, and I'm just like, man, we're gonna be bricking. And I get past my guy, I dump it off to the mid range to a pure athletic, finishing center, 7'3". He's out deep to range, and he's hitting 80% with me, like with me dishing to him. Like anytime I pass it off to him, it's cash. I'm like, what's your build? Are you a stretch? And he's like, nah, I'm a rebounding athletic finisher or pure athletic finisher, whatever he is. And so you make people better shooters than what they would be without you. My passing's not max, but when it is max, 99 vision, 89 accuracy, I'm good right here. Like I can do flashy passes and stuff right here. Um, I would like it maxed just because I want everything maxed. I mean, but I ain't got the VC. VC's a little low, funds are a little low right now, but maybe there's a VC sale and I pop off. Post offense, you got a little bit. Not gonna lie, I maxed this out just because I wanted those. They're real cheap upgrades. They're like 400, 500, 700 a pop. Um, so I just wanted them cheap upgrades because my goal was to get to 85 as quick as possible, which is why you'll see some why I haven't maxed out certain things yet. Rebounding, I wish you got one more little notch. 70 rebounding on this build would be just so good. But 68 is good too. I get on the pro am. I think 2K stats. They're not reliable. But if we're gonna go by those, I average about 11 points, 7 boards, and about 6 assists in the walk-on pro am. So in team pro am is about the same too. So that's flirt with a triple double. So you can get rebounds. If you commit to it, rebounding is just a mindset. If you are the primary point of your team and you help the big men's rebound and you're not off on the fast break, which a lot of times I am. A lot of times I am trying to leak out early, especially because like as the primary ball handler, I'm usually guarding one of the guards because if I'm not, like usually I get switched on the guards. Like last night we were playing a team pro-am game. We were down by like 15. They're just like, all right, secret. We're gonna switch you in the point guard. The point guard is guarding my guy, which was he's a small forward, shooting guard. He's a big dude. Um, and I was guarding the point guard because this build's really good for defense too. So we switch. We ended up coming back. It was tied with like 4 seconds left, and here I come off the screen, mid-range. Didn't even get a perfect release, but I cashed it for the game winner, and I went crazy. And I do have that clip up on Twitter and Facebook. And if you want it, I can probably get it on YouTube as well. But yeah, that game-winning shot was nice. We came back from so far down, but we kept at it and kept cool. Steals, right now 69 max. 65's nice, but this goes up to probably like a 72, I would say, with those two little cap breakers left. It'd probably go up to like a 72, which is fine. Like, I get steals. Like, I probably average like 2 steals a game, sometimes more. Blocks, I wish this was a little bit higher. I'm 6'10". Come on, give me a good block rating. But I get blocks. Not as many as I'd like to get or think that I should get. But hey, you get some blocks. This is a really good contesting build. And yeah, it's a little bit of a low rating, but trust me, you're 6'10" with max wingspan. You're gonna contest shots. Um, and if you watch my last video, you know like I do have an alternate build that I would recommend, and that's the 6'8" max weight pure point at small forward, max arms, minimum shoulders, and the reason why I like that build, maybe even a little bit better than this build, is because I've seen it on the park and pro am, and I've guarded against it, and you're a little bit better speed wise, you're a little bit better layup wise, you're a little bit better dunk wise, so you can be more effective without screens. Now, if you have screens and you have people that are like, we're gonna screen for you, which I don't really have yet, but you know, I'm working on finding some good teammates. It's a struggle sometimes, but if you a big man out there, if you're a stretch big man, and you like, cause I'm looking for stretch big men to play with, and you knock down your shots and you set screens, yo, hit me up. We run some park all day. Uh, I need some stretch big men in my life. Now, vertical 57, got three more. I don't ever have a problem with my vertical on this. It is a little low for for such an athletic build. You would think the vertical would be a little bit higher, but I get rebounds over 7 threes sometimes. Not all the time, but if I'm in good position, I'm getting the rebound like 80% of the time. Lateral quickness is a 55 with one more, so it's probably gonna be a 57. I wish this is the one stat that's most important for defense. I don't usually have a problem with my lateral quickness ever. It's fine. I play solid defense. I'm not the best defender. I'm not the best offense. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if I can be good with this build, or if I can put up near triple doubles with this build, anybody can. Like, well, I wouldn't say anybody, but uh, if you have good IQ and you are solid on defense, you don't need a defending build. Now, if you are, trash on defense, make you a. There are viable defensive builds. Off the top of my head, I just made one that I'm gonna start working on after I max this guy out. Is the 6'7" max weight, max wingspan shooting guard. Shooting guard. Important to be a shooting guard. Uh, defending primary, shooting secondary. You get a 75 three ball or 72 three ball, something like that. But you get the silver shooting badges, which is gonna mean you'll be consistent from the corners and the wings. And you also get like similar uh, layups to this build, but you also get like good dunks. Like I think you get like a 75 dunk, which like I'm getting contacts with 61. You can get contacts with a 75 dunk. So that build, there's like, well, you'll be limited on offense. Yeah, yeah, kinda. You're not gonna be the primary ball handler, but for you people out there that are trash on defense, that just want to be that 3 and D player that every team wants right now. Every single team that I've talked to wants that 3 and D player. They want somebody to come in and play defense and rebound and do the little stuff. But nobody wants to play that position because it's just not hypey, I guess. So if you're bad on defense, make you a defending primary, sharpshooting secondary build. Get your badges. Don't put $50 into it and say it sucks. Get your badges. Get your badges. The defending badges are easy to get. You get them by just playing defense, and once you get your stats up, and you're going to be playing good defense, whether you like it or not. Because it's a defending build, it's going to play better defense than these builds. And I've seen it. I wouldn't recommend it if I hadn't seen it. Those are the builds that give me trouble. Are the defending primary, sharpshooting secondary builds, because one, you have to respect their three ball. You can't just sag off of them. Because if you're like me, I can shoot with pretty much any build. I got a shot creating athletic finisher 6'11" build that I use sometimes that shoots threes just as good as this build. Wide open. So if you know your shots and you're a good shooter and you don't really have a lot of lag. I only get lag when I stream PvP, so I don't stream it a lot, but I try to even through the lag, I try to work through it. But when I'm not streaming, I'm not lagging and I'm hitting, and that's good. Now onto the speed. Max is out at a 72. Right now, I don't have that last breaker, but 71 right now. I'm sleeping on my speed. I don't need it personally. It would help. Don't get me wrong. I wish this was max. I wish this was max. But I'm working on my acceleration first over my speed because I feel like acceleration is more important. If you play Madden, acceleration is the most important stat in the game, like bar none. Like acceleration is that new way when you're looking at you know player stats and what players perform. I look at the acceleration. Do they have a high acceleration in Madden? So yeah, it's 2K, so it's different. But give me, let me boost up my acceleration first, and then I'll work on my speed. Cause speed's more expensive too. For this, it's gonna cost me 7K to get max acceleration, or 24K for max speed. So I'm not about to try to play 25 more my career games just to get max speed. I mean, eventually I will get it, playing pro am and getting VC here and there. But I'm gonna max out my acceleration first. Probably gonna max out acceleration. Then I'll probably max out these steals because that's cheap, and then I'll probably max out this, and then I'll max out my speed. I was probably gonna max out my speed last, just because I don't feel like I need it. Now, if you don't have a team and you're solo, please max your speed first. Don't have a 61 speed and come at me and say secret. I'm slow. I Because I have the ball in my hands, or I try to. When I'm playing with randoms, it's a little bit different. Uh, but I mean, I still try to get that's why I focus so much on rebounding. Because if I get the rebound, I can push the fast break myself. So don't come to me and say, "Oh, 61 speed too slow." I guarantee if you think at 6'10", 72 speed is too slow on this game, let me tell you something. With 61 speed, if I wanted to be, I can play defense, contest a perimeter shot, and nobody's beating me back on the fast break. That's easy buckets. Like one man fast break, easy done. So, don't come to tell me it's too slow because it's not. Now, but when I can't wait till it's max because I'm gonna be so much faster without the ball. Now with the ball, my speed with ball is 72, so that's max speed. So I can't wait till that because I'm real quick with the ball. I'm not so quick without it, but I make it work because, like I said, it's not so bad. Now acceleration right now it's a 66. I'm working on it. I think it's more important. Strength 70. Got three more. Probably gonna end up around a 75 strength. This is where you bully people. Like I bully small guards all the time. They cannot guard me. Uh, Small guards can't guard me, and bigger dudes can't stay in front of me. So this strength really helps. It really helps on your rebounds. It really helps you when you do get matched up on power forwards and centers because I do play the four a lot. and I do play defense on big men a lot, and I do lock them up a lot. Stamina, just like any ability, you can get 99. I'm like 97 right now. That's a cheap upgrade. I'm probably gonna get that sometime. I'll probably max this when I get that last cap breaker. Honestly, that's probably when I'll max this because honestly, I don't really have too much of an issue with stamina. If you manage it correctly, you shouldn't have a problem either. So that's my attributes of this build. And like I said, some of them they don't look spectacular. I'm just gonna add these to see what my overall would be if I had some money. If I wasn't broke, if I wasn't a poor boy, I would be an 89 overall right now. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but I did recently switch over to the PlayStation. So this build's only like 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old maybe. And I just got it up this high, so I put a lot of time into this. But I'm still only an 89 on my Xbox build. I was like a 90, 91 or something like that. And uh, I mentioned it earlier in the video, but I was playmaking secondary, shot creating primary, playmaking secondary, playmaking shot creator. On my main guy, and he was good. He was real good. Good speed boost, had elite speed, elite dribble moves, a real good build. But I just wanted something, a little different. I didn't want to do the same thing because I could have done the same thing on the PlayStation as I did on the Xbox. I would have been fine. Probably a little bit better. Probably wouldn't have took me so long to get the hang of this guy, um, but I wanted something a little bit different, something a little bit more versatile. So I went with this. Now, here you can see my grades and stuff. Now here's my badges. Here's what we all been waiting for, right? Dimer, gold. Um, this one was a lot harder to get than what I would have thought. Cause I mean I'm out here past. I'm giving up. Sometimes I'll be wide open for the dunk, wide open for the layup, and I'll dish it out to the open man, and it won't fall. And that just makes me so upset that those shots don't fall and I don't get more dimer points. So it's been slow on the dimer front. This one I had to grind a little bit, but once I got it from silver to gold, it became a lot better getting assists. And now, like I said, once I get Hall of Fame, it's gonna be a wrap. But like now, I'm like turning slashers into fucking midi gods and shit. Um, yeah, and I apologize for cussing. I am gonna get better at that. Uh, I I think that was the first time I let that slip all video. So I will get better at that. So I do apologize. I do need to get better than that because I need to stop cussing. Pick and roll maestro. I'm over halfway to Hall of Fame. Honestly, I probably could have already got this Hall of Fame if I really wanted to. If I put the my career games in, I could probably get this in like I don't know, 70,000. I get about 5 to 10,000 pick and roll. If I really try, I could probably get like 10,000 a game. Just run pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll against the computer. I could probably get this in like 10 my career games. I don't really want to do that right now. I'm kind of burnt out on playing the computer. I know a lot of you are. I mean, sometimes I like to play the computer because it's like I get like competent teammates. I know that's kind of harsh, but you randoms, you know what I'm talking about. You suck. You out there taking stupid shots, and I'm out here trying to make you. Give me the ball. Like just like I want to make you better. I want to give you buckets. I don't want the buckets. I don't care about the buckets. I could care less if I scored 20 points or 50 points. Like, give me a dozen assists and like 10 rebounds. Like, that's what I want. Like, just let me have the ball. Like, I'm gonna break my dude. Somebody's gonna come help. And I'm gonna dish it. If you open, I'm gonna dish it to you. So just, you know, just know that. If you random and you playing with me, give me the ball. Let me give you buckets. I will get you buckets. Promise. Now, Lob City and Flashy Passer, I don't do this a lot. Maybe like once a game I'll throw an oop. Once a game I'll do a flash passer because oops are kind of inconsistent. Even if you got like a clear runner to the basket and they ain't like a, and if they're 7-3, they have to be right underneath the basket to catch it. If you have problems throwing lobs, it's because these big men out here 7-3 and they have Hall of Fame Lob City catcher and they wonder why they can't catch lobs. It's because they're 7-3 and you have to be right next to the basket to catch lobs, and I hate that. But that's why I don't like the 7-3 big man. If you 7-1, like I have this one dude on my friends list. He's got a 7-1 athletic rebounder, and the dude catches my lobs. Like if I throw it up to him, he catches them. And I know he's excited because he hasn't really had a really like a pure playmaker to play with that can throw lobs like that. But he's 7-1 or 7 foot, and he catches lobs better than any 7-3 of the same build. So, maybe those 1 to 2 inches, yeah, you might drop your rebounding percentage by like 2%, but you're gonna be better on offense because you're gonna be more athletic and you're gonna be faster. And I don't know, just let's get off the max weight 7-3s. Like let's just stop making them. Just stop it. Make you a 7-1, like 7-2 at least. 7-2, like 294. Like that's the way I made my stretch big, and he feels smooth. Like he feels so much smoother than the 7-3 max weight. So you know, I know it's like this is max max max, and I'm with you. I'm a min maxer. I love min maxing, but honestly, I'd rather play with that 7-1 center because I can throw him oops and he can run. He can run better than a 7-3. Like it's only 2 inches, but it's a to me it's a difference. You let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think the 7-3 max weight centers are overplayed? Let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, that is. If you made it this far, you you a homie, you true. Like add me if you made it this far. Send me a friend request. I will add you if you made it this far. Okay, break starter. This one I throw a lot of breaks, so I'm surprised it's not up there yet. I don't know if it's gonna be gold. I have a feeling it's gonna be gold break starter. That's the way. Like I love throwing touchdown passes, like 50-yard touchdown passes. If y'all don't know, uh, the Patriots who are playing tomorrow in the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be watching in my jersey, so I won't be playing tomorrow night during the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be here with my Patriot hats on, with my Tom Brady jersey, and I'm gonna be sitting there, eating it up like it's biscuits and gravy, So, but I love throwing touchdown passes, especially long touchdown passes. That's what I call them. When I get that rebound and you have that point guard or that shooting guard leaking out, and I'm throwing it, you know, and you might not get everyone. You won't get everyone, but you'll get some of them. And there is a little trick that I do um, to throw those passes. And if you want to know that trick, I might make a compilation because I don't see it. Like I haven't heard about this trick on 2K18 of all the videos. I haven't heard of this trick that I know to throw better bombs, better long passes. So if you want that trick, let's get like 10 likes or 10 subscribers, something small. Like I just want to like just give me a little cookie here. I will give you this tip, and it's not anywhere. You can search 2K18 break starter tip, and there ain't nothing there. Not this tip. Not this tip that I know, and I'm holding it. I ain't gonna say it this time. So if you made it this far, add me. I'll add you back. Subscribe, like, for that break starter. Share it to your friends. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Like, let's get this break starter glitch. Not really a glitch. I wouldn't call it a glitch. But if you watch any of my videos, when I do throw those long bombs, they're usually on money more than they're not, and there is a little trick to it. So please, I'll give you my secrets if you just subscribe. So ankle breaker max, that was like my first gold badge. That thing's super easy to get, just breaking people down. It's like fun. Acrobat Max Silver, that's plenty. I get a lot of acrobatic layups, and pretty good at those. So these two badges, this is pure offense. I'm not really too I'm offensive minded, but I'm offensive minded. I'm trying to get you buckets. So charge card max, this is worthless. Like who's taking charges? Like I I wish it wasn't worthless, but I got it max. Just letting you know, I did them drills. Silver free throw ace. I do shoot a lot of free throws. Like I said, I'm about 80% this year, a little under, like I think like 78, 79% or something like that. But I'm getting better at those. This year is kind of tough. I don't know. Leave a comment. You think free throws are tough this year? They kind of inconsistent. Like you get at 85% and it rims out, and you kind of salty about that. Let me know because I'm salty about that. Ah man, relentless finisher. If this was silver, man, I would have been so hyped. But it was bronze. If I get it 99, it'll be silver. But man, I was kind of upset that this was only bronze. Now, mid-range Deadeye, this was just a gravy badge. Like I didn't even know about this badge until like way into it. And I was looking at my badges and I was just like, I got mid-range Deadeye. I knew it was only gonna be bronze, but I mean, every little bit helps. I love mid-range Deadeye. It's not the best badge. I'll tell you the best badges here in a minute when I get to them. But it's a good badge for all you shot creators. If you don't have mid range Deadeye on Gold or Hall of Fame, you need to put work in that drills. You need to put work in those. I know they're hard to get hit in game, but put the work in the drills because that is a deadly badge. I knew this was gonna be bronze. It's like bronze on any non-defender build, which is kind of crazy. But a defensive stopper, it helps. It helps. Uh, Corner specialist, I I I don't even know why I bother getting this badge because it don't help. To me, I hit the same clip at the corners as I ever did without it. But and like I said, I think I'm even better from the wings. Like if I looked at my percentage, I'd probably be like 10% better from the wings than I am from the corners. So, but get it, is it's there. So close to silver, one man fast break. I'm like 99% this is gonna be silver. It's already good. Like I love running the fast break with this guy. This guy is my favorite fast break character out of all of them. Um, because of one man fast break's a part of it, but because he's just so good in the fast break, you can make a living just off fast breaks. Because you can take it or you can dime it, and they can't stop it because usually fast breaks you have the numbers advantage. If you 2-on-1 or 3-on-2, I'm gonna get by the first guy. So you either have to help, or I'm either scoring or you're gonna leave somebody wide open. If it's 2-on-1, I'm hit fade to that corner. We're hitting that open three because I'm gonna get in front of him and box out. So even if you miss the three, I'm gonna get the rebound and we can reset or whatever. But one man fast break, very good, but very good badge. So if you have a build that has this like Hall of Fame, really good. Tireless scorer. This is probably the second best scorer badge, and I don't have it a lot because I don't. I'm not out here trying to drop 50 a night. I could if I wanted to. I think you could with this build. If you just wanted to score, you could score with this build all day. But you might as well have went with a different build if you wanted to do like if you wanted to be Kobe. I got Kobe builds. I can show you a Kobe build. Young, well, more old Kobe, I guess. But yeah, Kobe build. I got a Kobe build for you. And I can show that to you if you want. Again, tell me in the comments. Tell me you want to see my Kobe build, and I'll show you my Kobe build. It's not finished. It's not finished yet, but I'm working on it. But it's a Kobe build, 100%. Um, Glue hands. I feel like this badge is worthless. I still drop balls that get thrown to me sometimes. Like maybe when I get it silver or gold, I'll stop getting those stupid drop animations that you get in the pro am. Here, this badge right here, this badge right here, my dude, this badge right here. difficult shots, best badge in the game. If you say it's not the best badge in the game, you can unsubscribe. Uh, don't unsubscribe, but if you think there's any other badge better than difficult shots, let me tell you how wrong you are, my dude. Now I haven't got this silver yet. It maxes at silver, but on my Kobe build it maxes at Hall of Fame, and on a lot of shot creator. But this is why I think the shot creator primary archetype is the best archetype if you're a scorer. If you want to be Kobe, shot creator, uh, primary. But this is because this badge right here, step backs off the dribble, you move in a little bit. Like difficult shots activates and you don't get no penalty, especially on Hall of Fame. Um, like I said before, I went to PlayStation. I was on Xbox and I had a playmaking shot creator, Hall of Fame difficult shots. And let me tell you, I did not miss. If you gave me an inch of space, and I got inches of space all the time. Uh, I would step back, hit the mid all day. Step back, hit the three all day. If I was set, I probably miss it. But if I was moving, I was making it because of this badge. This badge is the best offensive badge. These two badges together. If you have a build that has these on Hall of Fame, you did something right. You did something right if you have these two on Hall of Fame because these are the best badges. Teardropper, I only have two that aren't uh, bronze, and I'll get these bronze eventually. I just started working on Teardropper because I just got Charge Card. Post Spin, I don't do it. This used to be so good, the Post Spin Technician badge. It's not so much. Quick Reflexes, kind of the same glue hands. I don't really feel a difference with these, but they're there. I think every build has these on gold or can get them to gold, so they're on every build. But Teardropper, floaters are very underrated. Like, I don't see as many floaters as I should, and I think it's because of the shot stick. Not a lot of people using the shot stick, and you should. And to do a floater, when you're running to the basket, you just hit back on the shot stick, and you'll do the little floater, a little floater. And I apologize for any background noises right now. If you made it this far, shout out for the background noises. Y'all know how it is. But yeah, so I'm really close to getting all my badges. Here's my mental badges. So that's that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna cut this off here. I'm pretty much done explaining every little facet of this build and of this guy. Like I said, 6'10", small forward, max weight, max wingspan, minimum shoulders. Minimum shoulders are the new wave, and I couldn't be happier with making the minimum shoulders. So you should too. This is the new wave build. This build is taking over the pro am lately. One of the reasons why I made it is because it's so good in the 5-out. So make this build. Let me know. Do you like the 6'10" or do you like the 6'8"? Don't make them 6'9". 6'9" pointless. You might as well make them 6'10" if you're gonna make them 6'9". 6'8" or 6'10". For those of you who have this build or are thinking about making this build, let me know what you think about this build. What do you like about it? Leave it in the comments. Subscribe, like. I know I said that a few times, and but we trying out here to we're trying to get a following. Um, but that's it for me. It's been great. It's secret night.